Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
What is like to sort a list of page list? Like if suppose there are a list of records, then to sort it out based on any property will be used in the sort method. The when is like a if condition whenever you are doing a preconditioning check like you. Suppose that condition is true, then only it will go inside and it will execute the remaining steps of it. These three when and otherwise these three are of same type, like these are all conditioning the check. And then we have append to and append back. These two are used to append a list of records to an existing business. Like both are used to append only. But at what scenario you have to use append to and at what scenario you have to append back. If suppose both target and source page list are having same PXO measure class, then you can use append to. If target and source are of different page list, like a different page list in essence having different PXO measure class, then you have these appended map. In case of append to, it will directly copies from target from source to target because properties are same. It will not have the child step. In case of append and map to, you have to map the properties manually. You remember right yesterday, I am showing you. Here, if you saw, if I have added append to, it is directly asking target and source. There is no 9.1. There is only one step, that is 9. In case of append and map to, if you see it is asking for 10.1, 10.1, 10.1 means we have to map it manually. Like to business will be giving here target and source, and from the source we need to map what property needs to be copied to which column. You understand, wherever it is append to and append and map to. Appended to will directly map the data, while append and map to, we need to map because the properties are different till. Here is the data questions. Data transform is fine. Any questions in data transform? I will tell you this superclass data transform. Now, if you check this all superclass data transform, what it will do is right. It will. Before executing this particular data transform, this is the class, right? What is the class, right? What is the class? Is GoPro road hyphen work right hyphen worth. Right now, our data transform is present in this particular class. Now, if you check this all superclass data transform, before executing this data transform, the current data transform, what the Pega will do is like Pega will try to check in this class, in the parent class, in this GoPro road class. It will try to check if any other data transform is available with the same name. What is the name of our data transform? Name is test, ID is test, right? Pega will try to search for any rule with this test name in the parent class. It will try to check in this particular class. If it is not present, it will try to go to the next parent. It will try to search in this particular gogo dash. Here it will try to fetch. If it is suppose it is not present in this class also, then it will come and execute this particular if it is present in this particular class. First, actually it will execute this one and then it will not go on search here. It will come and execute this particular class. You understand it? What is this? The meaning itself. You can see all superclass data transfers superclass in the parent class. Whatever the data transform, if suppose that is present, the same name of it has to present the same ID. If suppose any data transform is present in parent class with same ID, then it will execute first that data transform and then it will come to this data transfer. See, if you click on this gear icon, it is saying superclass data transfer not found. If there is no superclass data transfer for this rule, in that scenarios, if you check this one or uncheck this one, nothing, there will be no impact. If we check or uncheck here, it will be no impact because there is no this particular data transfer. If suppose there is one data transform for test in this class, if you assume there is one data transform called .test in this particular class, then what does it mean? First it will execute this test and then it will come and execute here in what the class test got it right. This is an interview question. What is the user? Superclass data transfer. Any questions here? Superclass data transfer. What does it will do? Like it see our data transform is present in this class, right? Whenever this rule is getting executed of the test, it will check in the parent class. Parent class is this one, right? It will check in this particular class whether the same data transform is present or not. Same in the same name with same name. Is there any data transform present? If you suppose that is present, then it will execute the first, this one, the parent class one. It will execute first and then it will execute the child on this one. If suppose it is not present here, if suppose there is no test rule present in this class, then it will go to another parent, the pay. This is the parent of this one, the parent of this class. Is this one, right? Go. It will check in this layer and it will try to execute if that rule is present. If it is not there, it will come and execute this one. You understand? See what the name is, telling it all superclass data. Superclass in the sense the parent class. If suppose any rule is present in the parent class, same name the test. Only it has to be. Then it will go and execute that one first and then will come and execute this rule. This is fine. Then we are ending up activities. Sorry, we are ending up data transforms here. We are going the activities. When you got the data transform, activities looks very much simple. Fine, right? We can go ahead. What is an activity? Why actually we'll do that? Activities are usually to manipulate the data both on clipboard and not database. Database clipboard. Till now what we have observed, we are observing only how to manipulate the data on clipboard through data transfer. These are all. Methods are usually to manipulate the data only on clipboard, not on database. Now in activity. Now in activity we will be seeing few methods and how an activity rule looks like. How to configure an activity, will be going through that. People will say not to create more activities because it might impact the performance. But without activities, there is no Pega application. I would say because the activities are that important, we will be mostly creating activities in our day-to-day life. The activities, data transforms, are the rules which we will be creating in most of the times. We'll see how an activity looks like, then how to configure it. What are the methods available in activities similar to data transform? There are few methods also available. In activity, activity is presented as a new technical activity is there. If you click on this one, get the all activities which are present in our application, like not in our application, all the Pega related activities also you'll be. Let me open any one. This is one activity. Let me private this one. Let me delete all the steps, or else let me create one. You are observing it. How to create a rule. We are giving a label and we are giving a class and we are thinking and create an open button. We are creating one rule. Now this is an activity rule. Any questions guys before starting me chitin? See, this is how an activity rule looks like. It is a somewhat different to data transform. If you see, in data transform we have target and source, right? Target, source and method. But here you have label, method, step page and description. Label, method, step page and description. We'll discuss first method and step page. Description is just nothing but a comment, like similar to comment what you are doing, what action you are doing. In this first step, you can write your own description in the text box, and you have method and step page. In data transforms, we have gone through the some method, some action methods, right, like set, remove, update page. Similarly, an activity that is called as method. Method. If you click on this one and if you click on down arrow, you will get all the methods. See, there are many methods in activity. These are all the methods that are present in an activity. Chitan, just to quick. Methods will be like, we have to select from the drop down only, or we can create a new method as well. No, we have to select from drop down. You cannot create a new method. Mostly, these are very much sufficient. Got it? These are the methods that are presenting for our purpose. Like we can use these methods and you can manipulate the code or manipulate the data. Suppose you have selected one method. Now that method should be applicable on one particular. See, the data manipulation must be done in one particular page. Right in a clipboard, we need to mention on what page that particular data manipulation needs to be done. Then while saving into to be from that page, it will get saved. Because if you observe here, when we are discussing clipboard, when we are saving a data into clipboard first, when we are saving a data into database first, we need to store a data on clipboard. Write any manipulations, not only a new way, whenever you're making any manipulations to data. Also, first we need to store the data on clipboard, and from clipboard only it will move to database, right? Whenever we are manipulating a data, we need to specify step page. Step page is not automatically board page. Like what page? If you are manipulating a customer id page, you need to mention the step pages. Customer id page. What page you are manipulating it? That particular page you need to mention on step page. Is that here? What's the step page? Step page is nothing but a page on which page we are going to manipulate the data. That is our step page method is nothing but what change. What action we are taking. Let me write it down. The third is nothing but what you can say what action we are going to perform. What action we are to perform. Like whether we are deleting a page or whether we are creating a new page. Perform what action we are going to perform. That is a method. Step page. Step page is nothing but what? On what page? On what page we are? On what page we are manipulating. You can say the method is like what action we are taking. Step page is like on what page we are taking. We need to specify one page. We are making the changes on this page or we are making a change on any other page of the language. We need to make the step page till. Here is the step page. Any questions? What is the method and what is the step page? Description is nothing but a comment. Description. Nothing but a comment in the sense that you can write it down if you see any interesting one. See, they have used apply data transform method here and there. They have written some description, some kind of description. What this particular method, what particular action we are doing, like in this data, apply data transform. We use it to call a data transform from activity. Apply data transform. Suppose this apply data transform in data transform. It will call one data transform from another data transform. If we are using an activity, it will call a data transform from activity. You understand apply data transform. We have discussed it right in data transform here apply. What does it will do? It will call a data transform from data transform here. But in activities, it will call a data transform from activity. Define updated transform. Any questions? Description is like some kind of a valid text form which we are writing to actually describe this particular action, what we are doing. See, here they are written. They are popping. They are popping older cases. We are doing some other action. They will. Next, we'll discuss few methods. First, actually, we'll discuss some methods to manipulate the data on clipboard, and then we'll go to our methods which will manipulate the data on database. Because activity has a capability of both manipulating both on clipboard and on the database. First, we'll discuss our methods which will actually manipulate the data on clipboard, and then we'll discuss what methods will manipulate the data on database. Let me copy these methods. First of all, two methods. I'll copy and we'll see what methods relate. What are the methods that are related to activities? Sit what? What actually sit will? Do indeed sit will actually set a single value property on a clipboard, right? Is that correct? Set is meant to set a single value property in clipboard, correct? Yes, similarly similar to set. You have one more method for property set, property set. Property set is similar to set. Only it will set single value properties to a clipboard. If you want to say you actually don't have source and target here, right? You need to click on this arrow icon. It will expand. Here you can set n number of properties similar to our data transform. How we are setting it here? We are setting it here like this, right? Customer it dot. For name is equal to some other thing. We are setting it similar to. We need to set it here also. You can set the property, set in data transform and set in activities. Both are same. Here like this, we are setting it any questions. The value property was like this also. You can set dot. Full name is equal to this. This right side value will get stored in this left side in full name. We are doing some marketplace data manipulation here. Any question? Property set. Property set is used to set the values on single value properties on clipboard. And you have one more advantage for activities as you have many methods, right? If you saw here we have many methods. We can't go and understand each and every method, right? We'll be discussing only some 10 methods or some 12 methods which we'll be using in our daily, in like day-to-day development. We can't go and explain each and every method. If you have any questions for any method, like if you want to know about any method, suppose you want to know about property set only. If you want to know about property set and select this method, then you have the help icon here. This question mark icon is there with helping. If you click on this cell button, it will open Pega help. It will open the Pega help of this property set method. This property set method will open. Let me show you see property set method. The version is 8.7. You can see they will explain in very in depth. Like in everything. They will explain what actually we have to write, how the results will be stored, everything they will be stored, not only for properties and for every method. For every method. If you click on this help icon, you will get some description how to use this method. What? Oh, actually, this method is useful and all. Property set method uses an array of parameters which each row of array contains a property number reference. They will be setting a channel, step page. You understand any questions? Property set. You used to set their properties and people. This is finally. Property set is finally C, similar to data transforms. only if we didn't mention any step page here. If you didn't mention any step page here, it will take up subpages, a primary page in the sense, if this class is primary place, that is pval worker page, your worker class primary project will take it is pval worker page. If you want to manipulate, return some customer id page, the full name is present on customer id page, then similar to the difference of what you have to do, you have to go to pages and classes and give this customer id, which will be here also. You have pages and classes. If you mention this customer id is now on step page, if you click on down arrow, you will get this customer id page. See, you got customer id. You can select this one. And now here, if you remove this one, and if you give dot, if you do dot, you will get the properties and customer id page pages and classes data customers here. Actually, you should get the customer id properties. Now you are getting seen. Previously, you got any other properties, but now you got any questions. Let me give any other properties. Now, what is the syntax? Correct syntax for writing or for setting the rule here. Correct syntax. This is the correct index which, like in label, I can see you haven't added. There is a red icon. No label. In the sense the error is first step. It means there is some mistake in this particular step, not in the label. The label is nothing, but I'll tell you how label is useful. You can specify any name like some name to this particular step and where this output will come. On this full name. You'll get the result like this particular will get set it up on this. But in the property, see always in Pega, the right side is the source, left side is a target. It will set the data from source to target, similar to this data transform zone. Is this fine? Any note? No, right now it's clear. Similarly, in activities also, you will use this particular method, properties it. You will set the values from this left side. A different right side is the source and this is a source. This is the source and this is a target. All the changes we are doing here. We can see it in a data pages, right? Not a data page. The user pages, user page under Pi work page. Correct any questions still in a property set. Then we'll discuss what's the when condition, what is the when and what is the job. When is like preconditioning, you haven't been to been. Method here in data transforms write what you are doing it. When you are checking some condition, then only you are entering into this particular step. See, it is there. After 8, you have 8.1. You will allocate 0.18, 0.8. 0.3 similar to this one, like when is let preconditioning check. Before it's doing some action, You are checking some condition. Similarly, in the activities also, you have been conditioned here. If you click on this one, he is asking enable conditions. If you click on this, check one, see it has opened this. When you can write here, you can write your expression here, or else you can actually call a bend rule similar to your data transformer, but based on this output, based on when out, whether it's true or if it's false, you have already false. Whether it's true, we can take a very specific action. What will happen if it is true? What will happen if it is false? But in case of data transform, you don't have the flexibility. If it is true, it will enter inside. If it is false, it will skip this step, it will skip 8 step and it will go to 9 step. But in case of activities, you have a very granular control, like you can actually take what action you can perform. See, I'll show you. Suppose you have given some condition here. This condition is true. This condition is true. Then if true your thing, you are saying continue. Continue means it will execute this property set. If it is true, you are saying continue. If it is false, you can take an action like jump to later step means it will go to step number 2. Or skip step means it will also go to step number 2, exit activity. It will exit the activity here itself when it is. When it is false, it will exit the activity. Now, if you give the jump to later step and you are not providing any false pattern, then it will just jump to the second step. It will come to the step number 2, or else there are, let's think like there are some five steps of an activity. There are five steps. Now in the fourth step, there is a label called B. Fourth step is B. Now, whenever this condition is false, you are saying whenever this condition is false, you are saying jump to later step and the false pattern is B. False pattern is B. Now what will happen? It will jump to step number B directly. If it is false, it will not execute to one thing. It will jump to B. You understand? Oh, actually we are writing condition. You will write some condition here dot gender is equal to some male or something. You will write the condition here. If this condition is true, it will continue. If it is true also, you have some actions to do. Actually, if it is true, you will continue this method. If it is false, you will jump to another step. Jump to another step called B. Where is B? B is a fourth step. It will skip this 2 and 3. Skip this 2 and 3. It will directly go to 4 and again in 4. After completion of 4, it will continue to 5. You understand? Let's say there are two names in a page or in the record, and let's say like Chetan and someone else. Gender equals to male. If a true continue when true param like name is equals to Chetan kind of true param is not required. True param is required only if we select the jump later step here. Then again you need to do some pattern. Then the link. You will not give one true you. Let me show you any existing when condition if there is any. See here, there is one condition. They have added 3 when conditions. Like this adds like an under condition. If suppose first one is true, it will continue events. In the second when condition, if first one is itself false, it will exit the activity here itself. If you suppose second one is again true, it will continue it or else it will exit that. If suppose first 2 are true and third one is false, then it will just skip the step. It will not exit the activity, it will skip this first step. Skip the step means it will skip the first step. It will skip the first step. It will come to the second step. Second step, there is no condition. It will execute the property set and it will set some data on a clipboard. Let's see how they have written a property. See, they are using some page like this, a local variable. We will see local .sum. They are setting to some property as false and they are coming here. Look, you just ignore the loop. We'll discuss what is the loop. And here again they are checking some condition. Pega subscript is equal to 1 means if it is a first iteration, subscript is 1. Then they are continuing or else they are skipping. Means here how we will be there. If it is a loop, means it's a PX result. Right? This one. This is how it will be there. Subscript means this 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. If it is the first page. If it is the first page, then they are setting some data. Only for first place they are setting some data and for remaining all they are skipping it. In a loop you will be having many results, right? PX results of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For the first page only they are doing some set. After that they are skipping it. If you see the decision condition, C subscript is 1, then they are doing continuance. A continuance means it will continue to the second event condition and again here it will check the condition. If it is also true, then again continuance means it will continue executing this property set or else it will skip. Understood how to write a back condition. Any questions? When conditions are like pre-conditioning check. Before executing this step itself, we will be checking. Let's see if it is by email portal. If this is true, they are calling a when rule here. If you click on this crosshair icon, it will open that particular when rule. They are calling a separate when rule here. Instead of writing expressions here in the above, they are writing an expression. If you saw, there are some functions and they are writing some expressions, but here in the 50 step, they are directly calling one separate when rule. See this when rule. They have written few conditions in this one. You see how complex this is. A and B or L. They are writing some conditioning check here based on the requirement. They are writing some conditioning check here and they are calling that here. If it is true, they are telling. If it is true, then exit the activity. These are reverse, like if it is true, then exit the activity, or if it is false, then continuous. See, based on your condition, based on your requirement, how you are writing your when. Suppose if they have kept like this negation here, negation in the sense, what is this? If it is true means that is opposite, right? Then you have to keep it in the reverse way. Here you can give continuous, here you can give exit, these conditions. We can only say in these drop downs or we need to write these things. Which conditions? Pi's email portal and these conditions, few conditions are present from out of the box. Few conditions are present out of the box. But most of the times we will write our own conditions based on our requirements. Suppose if you are working in some banking application based on some transaction dates, you might write some conditions. If suppose transaction date is greater than 60 days, then you will do some action like that. You will write your own conditions. And these capital letters and all we need to mention especially. But E is in capital, P is in capital. That one see P by if something starting with pi that is given by Pega out of the box. Pegs, pi and P's we have discussed today. Means this one was given by Pega itself. We haven't created that one. You can search it here. Pi you will get it here. A Pi's email and if you go and check a history also, these were created by some Pega on October 15th, 2018. They have created this. These are all given by Pega, it's not by us. If suppose something is going to pick up, most of the times it will start with pi, px and pz. What we have discussed today, we have discussed a bend rule. What is a bend rule? When is a preconditioning check based on the true or false of the vendor. We can configure our own application like whether to continue or whether to jump or to exit. Those things we can check. And the method? Method is nothing but what action we are going to perform stuff. Page is nothing but like on what page you are going to perform that action. You are doing property set. On what page you are doing? Properties on customer page. If it is a property set, it will set the values from 1 on a clipboard. It will set the property values on a clipboard. Property set. We have discussed today. Tomorrow we'll be discussing other methods like other methods and sense. You have similar methods to these methods for sifter. The similar method is property. Similarly for remove. What does remove will do? Remove will delete a page from a clipboard. Write remove or deleted patients people. Similarly, you have a big prop method called page. At this method, here you can type page and click on down arrow. If we expand this one, then you can see the method parameters to expand this one. See, it is asking for a page. What page you are going to remove? If you are going to remove that page, you need to specify here. Let's see if any page they have given here. They haven't removed any page in this activity. But generally, whenever some activity processing is completed, people will remove some pages. Unnecessary pages they will go. You understand? Let page remove. You can add a number of pages here. How many pages you can delete? You can any questions? See, the main difference in the E is like if you add one property set. If you add one property, say you can set a number of properties here itself. But in case of data transform, if you are adding set, you can only set one property again. You need to add one more step below. You understand what I'm trying to say? You need to add one more set to sitting as a property. Again, you need one more set. Create any other third property. But in case of activities, if you're given the method, once you can set it inside that you can expand it and you can see. Thanks guys. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.